Hello and welcome.
We are back with a bonus episode of Tech Spirit.
We have already completed 6 episodes, which are now available on our Instagram page, YouTube, and Spotify. Links are in the description below. Do check them out if you haven't already.
I am Vritika Pathare, the event head of CSI UMIT.
And I am Anushri Patil, the creative head of CSI UMIT.
We are already at the last episode. I really feel very sad, but I'm glad that we received so much positive response and feedback from all the episodes.
Yes, that's true.
Since this is the last episode, we thought why not do something different?
Yes. So today's guest is someone really exciting. She's the youngest crystal collector, 200 record holder, and has a PhD in metaphysics. So here we have Dr. Bhumika Gala.
Hello. Hi, Anushri, and hi, Vritika.
Hi,
Bhumika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are fine.
Okay. Bhumika, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Sure. So my name is Dr. Bhumika Gala, and as an introduction, I'd like to introduce myself as the youngest crystal collector in the world, and I've gotten awards and records for being the youngest PhD holder in metaphysics. So I work as a healer. I counsel people. I give advices to businesses, and I'm a coach.
Oh,
great. That's too much. Okay, so let's start with the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So our first question to you would be, how did you know that the profession that you have chosen is the one that you desired at such a young age?
So basically, it was not a profession, or it was not like intended कि मैं यही करना चाहती हूँ. Basically, I started learning meditation as a hobby. I learned a lot of various subjects in my childhood as a hobby, and then I started liking the subject a little more. So naturally lean towards it, learning more subjects in metaphysics, learning more techniques, and then finally I went to Canada to learn about neuroscience. I wanted to become a neuroscientist. But there, when I reached Canada, I studied there, and my counselor told me, "You're not made for this. You're made for something else." So we were just talking about my interests and everything. And then she was like, "Okay, you love metaphysics. So why are you here?" And I had to explain it to her that I don't know if metaphysics can be actually taken, professionally and everything. So that is when she guided me, okay, these are the institutes and universities you can study from, and this is how you can take it professionally and actually make a career out of it. So that is how my journey started.
That's one hell of a journey. You have more than 200 records at such a young age of 20. How do you feel about that?
To be very honest and very raw, half of the days I don't even remember that you have records and awards at your name. But I feel very grateful, and I feel that I am lucky to have this opportunity, because a lot of people have a lot of talent and the zest and zealance to do something, but not always they get that amount of support or success in life. So I feel very lucky and grateful every day to wake up to understand and know that, okay, I'm able to do what I love, and I've gotten recognition as well. That's what.
Okay. How did you feel when you received your first ever national award? Like, what more goals do you want to achieve in future?
So I'll tell you what I felt when I received my first award. So I'll give you a little flashback to my journey. Not everybody in my life has actually supported me down the journey, apart from my family and a very close set of friends. So I remember one of my teachers coming up to my parents and telling them कि अगर इसका graduation हो गया तो हम मिठाई बांटेंगे. So to be very honest, that dialogue was playing in my mind when I received my first national award. कि यार अब हमें मिठाई बांटनी है, basically, because every time I used to think कि जो भी कोई बोल रहा है, let's not pay attention to it. आप आपका काम करो. And my mother had this dialogue saying कि the foundation बिल्ड हो रहा है कैसल का, जब आपका कैसल पूरा बिल्ड हो जाएगा तब लोगों को दिखाई देना ही है. सो यू वेट फॉर योर कैसल टू बी बिल्ट entirely, and then you can show people how nicely you built it, what is the amount of efforts you've put in. So that day I genuinely felt कि okay, हाँ, my empire is built now. So it was another feeling, and I still remember that day. So yeah.
Okay.
And what more goals would you like to achieve in future?
So I have a dream that metaphysics and the subjects in metaphysics should be known to everybody, because it is useful in today's world when we have a lot of competition, a lot of stress. It is very important for the young generation to meditate, to know actually what meditation is and everything. So it's my dream since a lot of years that it should be taught in school as a subject. So I'm working towards it. So that is the ultimate goal, to see metaphysics as a subject where
Yes,
schools and colleges are concerned.
that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Okay, since we are now on the subject, can you please tell our audience what metaphysics really is?
So basically, metaphysics is a branch of study wherein you learn a lot about healing, a lot about natural therapies, a lot about yourself. So basically, what we talk about in science is the physical body, and metaphysics talks about the metaphysical body, that is the aura, the chakras, the energy that is around us and surrounds every human being. So metaphysics is basically a study of all of those things.
Okay, great.
Okay. In today's rat race, parents pressurize children to study. What's your opinion on all of this? Is academics important?
So basically, talking about this, I've always heard from आजू बाजू वाले कि लड़का होगा तो engineer, लड़की हुई तो doctor and all of that. That's going on since years. That's a taboo since years. But I don't understand how a person can be evaluated. The intellect can be evaluated by their degrees. I recently read about Google and Apple not taking degrees into consideration when they're hiring people. So basically, I believe into the skill set of a person. तो अगर degree होना जरूरी है at some point in life, but more than the degree, you should know what you are doing, you should love what you are doing, and you should develop skill sets around what your profession is. So basically, academics के पीछे ना दौड़ के, degree के पीछे ना दौड़ के, you can actually learn about the subject, know it in depth, and yeah, enjoy what you do basically.
That's so true.
That's a really great advice. We all know that the pressure people face today to become successful is more than what it had been for the previous generation. What are your thoughts on this?
So basically, what I have seen amongst the generations, every generation has faced some or the other pressure. So talking about our grandparents, they have faced the pressure to get their independence from the Britishers. The middle generation, like talking about our parents, have faced the pressure to come out of their hometowns, come to Mumbai city or any other metropolitan city, and make their place there. For our generation, our parents always want कि जो उन्होंने गलती की है, we don't repeat it. So they're very particular about, okay, this has to be done, this has to be done. Hence, we feel a pressure. So I think understanding where they come from will, give you a broader idea of what they are trying to tell you than actually just listening to what they're saying.
Yes.
Okay. As a woman, what challenges did you face and how did you start your business? What did your family say when you made this decision?
So to be very honest, I have faced issues being a woman also, and also because of my age. So I started my business when I was 13, and I was dealing with people who were like twice or thrice my age. So more than the women factors, they were like, "ये बच्ची हमको क्या सिखाएगी?" kind of a attitude when they used to come and talk to me. It took a fair amount of time to make them understand that my age can be different and I can have a different skill set that needs X kind of maturity. Usually people combine maturity with age. कि आप ये age के होगे तो you'll be mature enough, or else you are not mature enough. And second of all, my family was very open to my business idea and everything, because in our family, a lot of women are already working. But I had a lot of people around me saying, "Aap ladki ho, you will do a business. Then ultimately, you're supposed to go to somebody else's house. How are you going to manage all of that?" So, to be very honest, I have actually ignored whatever they used to say and go and do whatever I want. Because ultimately, agar main usme haar bhi gayi, if I don't get success, I'll at least think that I tried and I've at least given my best to it.
That's great.
Audience, this is the key point. All of you should note it down and you should follow it in your life as well to become successful as
Definitely.
her.
Yes. Okay, Bhumika, we all know that you are a PhD holder. Were there any sorts of issues that you faced while you were pursuing PhD?
Basically, the when I was applying for my PhD was the time जब यहाँ पे lockdown था. So everybody in the family was playing, Ludo खेल रहे हैं, yeah, they were playing houses in the family group. So they had a complaint that Bhumika is not giving family time. That was a major thing कि उन्हें समझाना कि okay, I want to study and I really want to do research. That was one problem I faced. The second problem was talking to people about okay, I've done my PhD. Because after the PhD, people were like, yaar, aapne ya to paise khilaye hain. Second, they were like, how did you complete it in such a small span? So explaining the entire journey to them, explaining it to my Viva people also was difficult because the first question in my Viva was, how do you prove that you have done the research? That was the first question for my Viva. So I had to literally explain it to them. Okay, my age kam hai, but this is what I have done, and hence I have applied for my PhD, and hence I want to do it. So getting into PhD was also difficult. It's been a rough journey, but a memorable one.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
To add to Anushri's question, being a student, you handle your academic life besides pursuing your PhD. How did you distribute your time?
So basically, that credit goes to my mother. She always used to tell me, you have 24 hours in a day, 8 hours you can sleep, 8 hours you have yourself to do whatever you want, pursue a pastime that you like, a hobby that you like. So that was my 8 hours when I used to pursue metaphysics. I used to pursue a lot of other things. And the other 8 hours, I used to go to the school, come back home and study for 2 hours a day. So that is how my day was, divided roughly.
That's a really good thing. Me and Vritika need to take notes and start studying.
Actually,
Your specialization is in a field that is not known to many people. What do you say to that? Do you have to explain it to them again and again?
I really have to explain it to a lot of people on a daily basis. But to be very honest, metaphysics in India is not very well known. But outside Indian countries like US and Canada, people are, having knowledge about how it goes about when you learn metaphysics or how it is when you go to a therapist. Abhi bhi India mein going to a therapist is a taboo. Healing and everything is just connected to something that is God. So, religion se connect ho jata hai wo choose, whereas metaphysics is an independent subject that we learn and religion is an independent belief that we have.
Okay.
People usually mix it all. So, हाँ मेरे को समझाने की जरूरत पड़ती है, but I'm really okay with it because it is the subject that I love the most. So I can talk about it as and when it comes, questions come.
That's great.
did you have a fear of missing out on fun while working at such a young age?
So, to be very honest, initially मेरे को लगता था that kids my age are enjoying life, they are roaming around, they are not studying. I have to come home and study and work at the same time, wake up for school at 5 o'clock and then रात को 4 o'clock तक आप पढ़ रहे हो, 1 घंटे की नींद कभी I had to start my day. But to be very honest, now that I see my age people studying and I see myself at a place wherein I can take off, I can study at my own pace, I feel that the journey and the efforts that I made in the start were worth it. So I believe that इंसान को in the lifetime कभी ना कभी one phase you get wherein you have to sacrifice everything and work hard. Once you're past that stage, you are supposed to enjoy the fruits that you've worked hard for. So I think I did that work earlier. So abhi I'm just in that phase of enjoying the fruits. So right now I love what the phase I am going through.
That's
काश
really
हमारी
nice.
भी सबकी लाइफ ऐसी प्लान्ड होती, so we could have also done many things like these, but हमने कुछ नहीं किया. That's okay.
Completely okay.
Your traveling pictures are everywhere on the Instagram. We all know that you're a travel freak. So how do you manage to schedule your time to continue with your business?
So basically, that is the best thing about having your own business, that you can actually schedule your time and travel. Because if you are into a 9 to 5 job, you are actually committed to go there from 9 to 5 every day, for 5 days a week. But when I knew I wanted something different from life. I knew I couldn't work for 5 days a week and just get 2 days off. So what I used to do is I used to initially, travel for one day each. And at the night, I used to complete my studies and, answer to everybody who was related to my business. Slowly, steadily started going on for 2 or 3 days trips, and then started managing and knowing how my time and schedule can be, adjusted according to my travels. Now what happens is I schedule my travels way beforehand. So whenever I'm supposed to give an appointment to somebody, okay, I have only these days wherein I'm working, and I can schedule an appointment accordingly. So it's come a long way. I figured it out along the way.
That's great.
To add this point, guys, she's so dedicated. She's somewhere in Delhi right now, and she's giving this interview thing with us now. Can you imagine it?
So I'm basically I'm on a family vacation with my family to my dad's friend's farmhouse in Faridabad. So that's about the travel part.
That's the travel thing, and we are the 9 to 5 right now.
That's
Okay.
really
You
great
get that.
how you manage work and traveling and everything. That's really
Right.
great. We should
Time management is the
yeah,
key for her,
time management.
and we should learn that from her.
We
हम तो कुछ नहीं करते time
learn that.
management में.
You will get it along the way. Trust me. There's no mantra to follow. वो आ जाता है with time.
Okay. So Bhumika, at the end, what message would you like to give to the young generation?
So basically, one message that everybody whom I personally knows कि I swear by is do what you do unapologetically. So if you think you need something that the society doesn't approve of or nobody's done in the past, or the so-called societal rules में वो fit in नहीं होता है, still go out, try it, go with your actual gut कि अगर आपको वो चाहिए होता है जिंदगी में, work hard towards it, and you will get it one day. Nothing is impossible. Just know कि, whatever you want is okay. It is okay to want different from the entire generation, or it is okay to be different. But that is the thing कि यार कोई कुछ बोल जाए, आप एक दो चीजों में demotivate हो जाते हो. Know how to motivate yourself. Know how to be consistent in your journey. Know how to put 100%. And it is completely okay to live life on how you want your life to be. Start manifesting that and you'll see wonders.
That's
That
really
was a great advice, Bhumika.
Can I
Thank you.
just add one more question? That how do you motivate yourself to like just get up and do your thing? I mean, it's really hard to stay consistent and stay dedicated. At some point we are all really get tired and lazy and we don't feel like doing it anymore. But can you just give us some tips?
Sure. So there are two things that I swear by when it comes to consistency. One thing that anytime when I feel demotivated, I think about myself when I have completed that thing. I think about that feeling ki yaar, when I've achieved this thing, how will I feel? How will I, feel at that moment, basically. And second of all, I feel ki the empire isn't building. So I'll have to get up, give my 100% if I really want to enjoy whatever castle I'm actually building. Halfway छोड़ के castle build करके फायदा ही नहीं है, आप मत करो. So either
That's
I
so
do it
true.
or I don't do it. So there's nothing in the middle for anybody.
Yes, that's a really good advice.
Thank you so much, Bhumika, from the bottom of our heart for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker for our podcast. We hope your presence and wise words advised helped magnify our cause in the best possible way. All thanks to your enlightening words that we are sure will inspire many people who watch this. Wishing you the best for your future.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Vritika and Anushri, to give me a chance and a platform like this to, actually come out and share what my journey was like. Really enjoyed talking to you guys, and all the best to you too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhumika. And thank you to the audience also for continuing till here.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us. This is the 7th and final episode, and we are really grateful because we have Bhumika on this episode. And I hope that
Same
people
here.
get to know about this field and people follow your advice. All the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Do like, comment, and share. And we have all the links in our description where we are going to upload this video. So do check it out. Thank you so much.